Many organisms have relationships with other organisms that last for long periods of time. Symbiosis is a close, long-lasting relationship between two different species. At least one of the species benefits from this relationship. There are three types of symbiotic relationships. The first is parasitism. In parasitism, one organism lives on or in another organism and receives nourishment from that organism. The organism that lives on or in another organism is known as the parasite. The organism being lived on or in is known as the host. The parasite benefits from the relationship. It receives nourishment from the host. It may also receive protection from the environment. The host is harmed from the relationship. Nourishment being consumed by the parasite is no longer able to be utilized by the host. The host may be harmed in other ways as well. It is not in the best interest of the parasite to kill the host. If the host dies, the parasite has to find a new host to provide nourishment. The parasite does not always have the capability to do this. Parasites can live in different hosts at different life stages. Larval or intermediate stages of the host may live in a different organism than the adult stage. Some parasites are vectors. This means they carry diseases they transmit to the host. Many vectors are blood-feeding arthropods such as ticks and mites. Ectoparasites live on the surface of their host. Examples of ectoparasites include fleas, ticks, lice, molds, and mildews. Endoparasites live inside the body of the host. An example of an endoparasite is a tapeworm. Commensalism is a relationship where one organism benefits from the relationship and the other is neither helped nor harmed. Examples of commensalism in plants include epiphytes. Epiphytes use trees to establish themselves and be high enough to get sunlight. The tree they're living on is neither helped nor harmed. An example in the ocean is remoras on sharks. Remoras attach themselves to sharks. When sharks feed, the remora detach and feed on the leftovers. They then reattach to the shark as the shark swims around. The remora gets a free ride and the benefit of not having to catch its own food. The shark does not appear to be bothered in any way. Mutualism is a relationship in which both species benefit. In many mutualistic relationships, the relationship is obligatory. The species could no longer survive without the other. Examples include bees and flowers. Bees pollinate flowers. They also feed on the nectar from flowers. Without flowers, bees would lose their food source. Without bees, flowers don't get pollinated. Bacteria live in the digestive tracts of many organisms. Without these bacteria, the organisms would not be able to digest certain foods. There are bacteria that live in the digestive tract of humans. Most of these bacteria help start the digestive process and allow humans to continue that digestive process and obtain all of the nutrients they need. Giant tarantulas will protect tiny frogs. Tiny frogs, in turn, protect the tarantula eggs. There are many symbiotic relationships between organisms. We did not classify them all here. Symbiotic relationships show how organisms have evolved over time.